Yeah, thanks a lot for organizing this event and letting us showcase our startup, which is called App Learning, and our product called Simple Crypto, which simplifies onboarding with rewards-based education. And the company behind it is called App Learning. It was founded by Julian Baumann and me a couple of months ago. Julian is a skilled app developer, and I'm a long-term Bitcoin advocate. I published several papers about Bitcoin technology, and we both are passionate about learning apps. And we saw this issue of Bitcoin education, so we sat together and founded App Learning to create a scalable approach to educate people about Bitcoin. And what we were facing a lot of times is that the access to Bitcoin know-how currently is insufficient. So, for example, we've been to El Salvador a couple of months ago, and what all the stakeholders are telling us is that the people are really lacking hands-on training. So we have a novel technology here, which is made for a couple of billion, maybe billion also of people, but existing efforts are not scalable. But yet we have education, which is key for adoption. So what we need are more digitized methods. Of course, people can do self-study, but it needs a lot of dedication. So we are addressing this issue and creating a scalable resource for educating people about this technology. With our app, Simple Crypto, one can discover the world of Bitcoin and earn rewards for it with our all-in-one solution. And our approach, which our app learning approach, utilizes micropayment rewards to effectively onboard new users. And we do so by using bite-sized knowledge, so really short bites to educate people about the subject, issuing a personalized certificate, offering them educational activities such as short questions and quizzes, and all combining it to a learn to earn model. So people get some Satoshis for learning about this technology, which is a fraction of a Bitcoin. So we have like a holistic approach of educating people about this novel subject. So it's kind of a one app solution for onboarding people or newbies to the space. So far, our product has gained a lot of traction. We have a rating of 4.8 stars on the App Store, so it's available for iOS and Android. We have over 1,000 reviews combined on both app stores, more than 65,000 downloads, and the app is available in 176 countries. And the content is offered in multiple languages such as German, English, and Spanish language so far. As you can see, our users are really new to the space, and we're helping them dig deep into the subject by offering them some rewards and also some bites of knowledge which they can easily consume. So you can check out those reviews as you can see what our users are craving for. And it's not a surprise because if you look at the market currently, then people have really like a burden when it comes to relevant education. I guess I don't have to tell you guys how the compound annual growth rate of new market entrants is, but most people are really craving for investment relevant education, and that's where we come in and help people on board to this technology. If you look at other apps which are currently out there or other programs to educate people about Bitcoin, then you can have really time consuming or boring courses where people have to dedicate hours to learn about it or have to go to intense KYC processes, and it really creates a burden for people to sign up to these services or educate them about how to use the technology and apply them. So our app is really consumable in a short time frame, and it's also motivating because one actually gets real money, which is Bitcoin, and can use it for other services as well. And that's what we are telling them how to use it also. So what we're currently planning is to build a Lightning Hub. So the rewards people can use can be used at our emerging platform. So we onboard them to the emerging world of microtransactions, which this technology offers. And we combine the educational part with the applied technology part. So it's kind of applied education. We have valuable resources where we direct our users to. We use a built-in Lightning wallet, so they can spend the sats they earned without any friction and leverage new services such as VPN, for example, which are limited for just a short time frame, so they can spend at our integrated services and partners. And for that, they also earn some rewards, which incentivize them even more to use these novel services. We do so by monetizing also the freemium or the free users and the subscription-based users. So we have two income streams, how to monetize them. As I said, the freemium are for all the users which get onboarded easily and can use it for free. They have some basic content. They have low value rewards. So we're talking about a fraction of a dollar cent here, and it gets financed by an ad-based approach, but also they can purchase specific content inside the app. And then we have a subscription model we're currently rolling out. So we're using AI technology to create customized content, have boosted rewards, an ad-free experience, and of course, an unlimited usage priced at $4 a month. On our roadmap, we're currently implementing a Learn More section that just rolled out some days ago, where we offer people some more chapters to dig into the subject. And as I already stated, we are building out our Lightning wallet. So we have a feed integration to onboard several external sources where people can spend on, read about certain materials and get rewarded for it. And then we integrate our Lightning wallet and have our app service directory where we can forward our users to even more services or to the ongoing or emerging ecosystem. And so we are really having like a holistic experience for all our users who get onboarded to Bitcoin, and they see what to do with it, how it works, and why it's useful. And we can use novel technologies such as AI to even customize their experiences. So if you know someone who hasn't started the Bitcoin journey yet, then forward them to Simple Crypto. I hope it was insightful to you, and I'm curious about your questions. Thanks so much for your attention today.
Thanks for this, Yannick. So now I'll bring on the judges for your Q&A.
Okay. I don't know, you want to start, Sarah, or shall I?
As you like. Please feel free.
So, I mean, I always start as where the money is made and how big this can be. I understand that, I mean, I know about Coinbase and all the other people, I mean, Decrypt is doing it. So, I mean, in every market is always, education is a very important one. So it seems that potentially it's a relatively limited potential or market potential with regards to how big it can be. And big, it means to me 50, 100, 200, 300 million euros. I'm not speaking about 1 million or 2 million, basically. So my question is, are there any other revenue streams that you're considering in order to really make it big and really relevant? Or is this a really focused on education driven business model, which then lives on application installs and premium users buying €4 per month?
As I stated, we have like additional content which users can buy, but apart from the educational part, we also forward our users to external services. And what we're creating is really like the app UI layer for all these complicated services, which most people are not able to use so far. So we are abstracting it from them and charging a bit for that service. And that's what we do with our built-in Lightning integration, for example. And that's for the freemium and the subscription-based users, but also we monetize premium users through ads. And the rewards, as I said, are just like, really tiny. It's completely novel technology, so it hasn't been possible to give users a friction of $1 for example, before. And for the subscription users, they can even buy like boosted rewards, for example. So the whole experience is a bit enhanced for them, let's say.
Maybe I'll give points, for example. But so in concrete, in 5 years' time, how big is the business? How much revenues is it doing, and how much EBITDA is it doing potentially?
Currently, we're in the revenue exploration phase. So as I said, we're implementing our subscription model right now. So far, we have gained a lot of traction, and we were able to monetize freemium users. But as we're building out our platform, more focused on growth right now, we can switch to the subscription-based service and monetize a fraction of the users to a subscription-based model, and just like focusing on the growth of the market to monetize it in the long term.
Okay, so
Does
you
it answer
don't need to.
does it answer your question, or
No.
should I be more specific? Okay.
No, because you basically said you don't know, and I understand that. But at least I would really recommend to have a plan and at least have an assumption of how big this can be in the next 5 years, just for you also for investors. Because you see, if you want to invest 50,000 euros into a business, we want to understand where is it in 5 years. And of course, there's always the vision of that somebody buys you, and that's great. But then the other question is, why would they buy you? Either number of users or revenues or EBIT, something like this. Okay,
Yeah. We're basically attention derivative of the Bitcoin market itself. So of course we are highly dependent on the whole development of the Bitcoin ecosystem. So we are riding along this wave.
Thanks
So
for
I
that,
have-
Sarah, please.
Yeah,
No, please go ahead.
Thank you. I have some similar questions or going in the same direction. So the first is, why are you only focused on Bitcoin? I think, or I know that Bitcoin is super complex on itself, but nevertheless, there would be a lot more potential if you also focus on, because education is key and it's not only about Bitcoin, there's so much more to learn. So this is the one question. And the other question, do you know how long users on average engage on your app? And yeah, so, and I would also like to know, so how many subscriptions you do have at the moment?
As I said, we're just rolling out our subscription-based service, so it's not live yet. So we mainly have the freemium users so far. What I can say is that we have like users completing the course, and then we did not have such a high user retention. But we were focusing on that, so we rolled out the Learn More section where people can spend some more time on the app, and as well as we rolled out the Learn to Earn feature, we saw that the user retention was like really increased, like it increased basically a lot. So the people really want to go through all the courses, all the materials, and completing all the activities that are available inside the app. So I don't have a specific percentage term because it's really dependent on where the user is coming from and so on. But in general, we saw the development that since we rolled out these new novel features, we have at least 3 times higher retention rate of the users.
Okay, and why only Bitcoin?
We have the possibility to roll out a white label solution as well. So you can see our app as a framework, and it's currently filled with Bitcoin content. But we could roll out, for example, several like a separate version which is focused on Ethereum or Web3 topics as well. But it's easier for newbies to focus solely on one subject, is if it's complex enough, and not to overload them with knowledge and confuse them. So we have really like a sound money technology narrative if you go through the whole app, and it's just a more holistic experience then.
I understand that from your perspective as a team, because you need to get all the content together. But on the other hand, you're losing a lot of people who, for example, are mainly interested in Ethereum and smart contracts and things. So just
yeah, definitely we're not addressing them. That's true.
Okay.
So if I can say a bit more about our users, so most users came from the US, then from Germany, but also from developing countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Pakistan, India, and so on. And they really have a need to relevant Bitcoin education because as we all were witnessing, all the crises were going on, Bitcoin is kind of a hedge or an escape for people. And we are building this educational resource so they know how to use it. And so we're not, talking about smart contracts here because it's not suitable in the format how we use it with the swipes and telling them how to apply the technology with available wallets, for example. So it's also dependent on how the current market has evolved. And I would say that Bitcoin right now is more user-friendly to use for people.
Thanks very much for that, Gerald. We don't have
Just
any
one
more
question.
time for
How did you get the 60,000? How did you get the 60,000 users?
Our main advertising channel or customer acquisition channel was through Google Ads.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.